For the first time, the president of the International Criminal Court, Judge Sylvia Fernández, is visiting northern Uganda. It was towards the end of the brutal 20-year civil war here that the court issued its first arrest warrants for 5 rebel commanders in 2005. She's here to meet the humanitarian workers for projects supported by the court's trust fund, as well as some of the victims of alleged war crimes.
The trust fund cannot replace the national system. It can only complement by providing some assistance, some very specific assistance to victims of alleged crimes.
Tens of thousands of people were kidnapped, killed or maimed during the conflict in Uganda. The rebel Lord's Resistance Army fought government forces, and ICC prosecutors say the LRA's leader, Joseph Kony, and some of his commanders committed war crimes. But it took 10 years to get just one of them in the dock. Dominic Ongwen's trial in The Hague started in January. Joseph Kony's still hiding in the bush in one of the country's neighbouring Uganda. So the court's fund is supporting some projects in the meantime, like this hospital for amputees.
Your heel.
It was 15 years ago when Irene Lacare's foot was blown off by a landmine. Bleeding heavily, she was rushed to hospital.
The doctor came and asked me, Irene, can't you agree for us to cut off the leg so that we save your life? I said yes. I accepted. And they chopped my leg.
The memory is still painful. But with help, she learned to walk again, thanks to an artificial leg made here in the hospital's workshop. First, they take a cast of the remaining part of the patient's limb, then that's filled with plaster to make this. The plaster's then wrapped in this brown perspex, that's baked inside this oven here, and that creates the base of the artificial limb. Then a foot and a leg are added, or a hand as required. And in total, about 15,000 artificial limbs have been made here in this workshop. Everyone here is grateful for the support from the ICC's trust, but not everyone's happy with the court's form of justice. Some people think traditional justice rituals would be more appropriate. Irene told us she thinks Kony should go to the ICC, but only him. She says everyone else in the LRA was a victim, most of them abducted as child soldiers. Like many here, she also says some people from the government side should be investigated. Justice of any kind's been slow coming, but some practical support has helped a lot. Webb, Al Jazeera, Gulu, northern Uganda.